Welcome back to the channel, and not only am I most excited about this video series, but anybody I've talked to is excited about it, even the guys at the PGA Superstore. So today what I'm doing is I'm comparing the premium Titleist golf balls against each other. What can a handicap of 7.3 do with these balls? Does it make a difference? I mean, do I need to be a professional level person to actually notice a sizable difference in using these premium balls? So guys, let's see what Titleist does for me. So the way the testing is going to go is I'm going to hit 10 balls with my pitching wedge, 10 balls with my 7-iron, and 10 balls with my driver. To make sure that it's randomized and I'm not like warmed up and really pumping it out on the last set, I'm actually going to start off with the wedge across all golf balls, and I'm going to hit 5 wedges, and then with one ball, 5 wedges with another ball, 5 wedges with another, so there is a mix to try and keep this as close to being apples to apples, because you know me, data is super important. So guys, let's dig in and see what we can do. All right, man, oh man, gotta take it out of the back, because what you didn't see, doggone it, I added the clubs to compare, but I didn't choose it. So the entire first round was not even usable. All right, so let's get to the numbers and see what we're seeing. So before I show you the numbers, the AVX felt the softest, and that felt like it went most consistently the farthest. I would say the Pro V1X was right behind it as far as accuracy. The left dash, nothing really stood out about it. Pro V1X was just a little short consistently. So that's how I feel. Let's look at the numbers. Okay, so just the averages first. This is the Pro V1. Speed 95, launch 27. So we got spin 7200, side degrees -2, offline -5, carry 122. And really, these numbers are kind of all the same as far as carry, roll. A little more roll out of this guy, but that could have been because of one bad shot. Total 128, 126, 127, 131. Okay, so I was right. This guy, the AVX, flew longer consistently, followed by Pro V1. And the thing that I want to look at is actual, if we look at actual individual shots, what that looks like. But average wise, the height, so the Pro V1 is going to have a lower height, and it progressively got higher, higher, higher. The descend, it did the same thing. Flight seconds, these two were shorter. So the one that's longer actually makes sense, right? 5.9 is longer, however this one. So this is telling me I shouldn't play Pro V1s. The speed, my speed was actually slower coming off of the Pro V1 with a high speed of the left dash. Smash factor, the best smash factor is the AVX, followed by Pro V1. So you would think that if the smash factor is better, remember this is just pitching wedge. So let's do something interesting. Okay, so let's see what difference it makes if I actually take out the 2 worst shots on each ball. All right, so again, score-wise, now it's saying score-wise the Pro V1 had better scores. The speed, higher speed on the AVX, best spin out of the Pro V1X, which makes sense. I think it's supposed to be higher spinning. Lower. Look how low the spin is on that Pro V1. -2 the same. So off is about the same. Carry. AVX is still pulling the big carry. Roll. Total 128, 126, 125, 131. So still AVX is flying better. Smash factor. Still, Pro V1, still the best smash factor. Still lowers ball speed. Higher ball speed was the left dash. See, so AVX had the best carry. The best score was the Pro V1 by a long shot. Best score. So what does that tell me? I mean, the thing that I don't like about the Pro V1 is the backspin is so low. I wanted to get up there, set, and check. Right now at 71, it's going to check or hit and then roll. It's not going to check. With my wedges, I definitely want that. Okay, let's see what 7-iron brings us. The moment when you realize you forgot to switch clubs, so all that data got included on the Pro V1. Back's getting a little warm. Even single digits do the hosel shots. Damn. Woo. I'm here to tell you, between that workout last night and all these dang balls, my back is talking to me. Be interesting to see the data on these drives, kind of making me think I only maybe do 5 drives a piece. We'll see how I feel after like one set of 5 on the driver, but man, between messing up choosing the clubs and so forth. Anyway, I'm whining. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, showing averages only. Okay, so Pro V1, average 73 score. So definitely not my best. Speed, tied for the highest. Launch angle, kind of the same. You know, everything's starting with a lower launch. A backspin, actually it's a higher backspin, not the highest, that was Pro V1X, but a higher backspin compared to the others. Let's see, the axis, they're all kind of all over the place. That's all over the place. Offline, woo-wee dogs. So it'll be interesting because I know I had some really bad shots, but offline -8. -7 on the left dash. The carry 163, 157, 162, 165. So again, AVX is leading the way on distance. Total yards. Yep, AVX. But Pro V1. So with a 7-iron, that's interesting. Pro V1 is longer, or longer in comparison. AVX is still the longest. Descent, flight, height. So the Pro V1X has actually had a lower ball flight. Everything else kind of at 29, 30. Speed 83, 82, 81, 82. So a higher speed. Interesting, isn't it? Compared to what the wedge is. Best performance, boom, AVX. So let's do the same thing. I'm gonna go in, drop the 2 lowest scores for each ball, and let's just see if it changes the averages at all. Okay, so we dropped the worst shots. Speed, actually the speed's kind of compared the same, except for the AVX just has a higher speed. Launch is about the same. Backspin, the Pro V1X still has the highest backspin. This has the lowest, which makes sense because it's going the farthest. Axis, that's about equal. offline. Oh my gosh, look at this. Pro V1X, offline 0. Ball doesn't keep it online. Anyway, carry 168. Man, oh man, 168 versus 161 with Pro V1X. Roll, about the same roll. Total 174, 172, 174, 180. Holy smokes. AVX, you're looking good. Flight lasts a little bit longer in the air. Descent, about the same. Height, about the same. A little higher on the AVX. Speed, 83, 84, 81, 82. So speed goes to the Pro V1X, which makes sense. The speed is low, but look at that smash factor, 141. That's, I mean, so 7-iron, definitely AVX is winner again for my swing, but numbers can't fake the numbers. So, whew, driver, let's tee that sucker up. Say, let's see, that's 40, 40, 40, that's 120, all the mess ups and the warm up, 150 balls inside of, let's see, when am I recording it? About 2.5 hours. Holy cow. My back is already like, dude, seriously. What's crazy is I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 more brands to go. Okay, first off, let me preface this by saying hitting a driver in a very confined space like this is much more challenging than hitting the driver on the tee box. Regardless, my driving is horrible. Right now on the course compared to scratch, I'm a -0.2 driving. So this is not a good representation. So first we're gonna look at all of the data of all the shots, crappy or not. And then I'm gonna drop the worst 5 because I feel like that's gonna be kind of like the closest apples to apples because some of those shots are just like, oh. Anyway, so let's check this out. All right, so Pro V1, average score was 83, which is actually worse. You want the lower score. Ball speed, the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X tied. The ball speed on the left dash and the AVX were a little bit lower. Launch is pretty much all the same. Spin, it looks like the left dash has a little bit higher spin. AVX had higher, Pro V1X had the lowest, which is how it's supposed to work. Degrees access off, okay, side, offline. This is not, this, I mean, it was, however, carry 244, 250, 242, 246. So all in all, I mean, it's pretty negligible, right? Total 278, 284, 274, 278. So the Pro V1X wins distance-wise with the driver. Flight, about the same. Descent, about the same. Height, okay, speed. So this is something that has nothing to do with the ball. So we had swing speeds higher here, which it's not shocking that the last set is the slower ones. But smash factor was across the board exactly the same. So let's see what happens when we drop the worst 5. Okay, man, it's already tightening up. Wow. Okay, so looking at the Pro V1 score-wise, actually the lowest score is going to be the Pro V1X. So we have speed 149, 151, 148, 147. Backspin. Carry 51, 58, 50, 49. That's interesting. So overall total flight 284, 290, 282, 279. Oh wow. So dropped off those bad swings. I had a higher driver swing speed, so that's gonna throw off things a little bit, but still one smash. So really, when we look at this, the AVX was tied for last. So if I'm looking for a ball that is going to fly the furthest, it's going to have the most backspin, and I'm trying to remember what the averages were with the 7-iron, but it looks like for how I swing, which, you know, when you look at the averages, I'm only getting up around maybe average of 102, but let's actually show details. So 98, 99, 101, 102, 106, 107, 100, 103, 104, 100. So when you look at the averages, my swing speed has actually dropped because I haven't been working with the StackSystem as much, because I'm literally spending every moment I have working on my iron strike, which is causing me to drop back, but still, usually one of the longest on in our group. So all in all, from a driver perspective, I mean, I'm just looking at the Pro V1X because, I mean, it's not crazy high speeds, right? Or wait a minute, went up high enough. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness, look at that, 107. Swing speed 107, that's what's throwing this off. So if I drop this guy, then my average probably drops to about 102. 100s, 3 and 4, 7 divided by 1 divided by 4, and then 2. So yeah, it's like 102. So really, I just had this drive kicked butt. That was my 301 yard drive. So if you take that guy out, let's just do that. Let's look, just for giggles. We're gonna giggle this up, and let's do the same there, because that 106 is pretty fast. Everything else, okay. So now I feel like we can look at apples to apples. So now we've dropped off my 2 smoked drives. Still all the smash. Speed slightly higher with Pro V1X. AVX is 100. I mean, granted, it was the last one I hit, and my back was actually starting to talk to me quite a bit. But overall, score-wise, Pro V1X had it still. So there you go. Based on someone that is swinging, I'm hanging out in the 102. On the course, I'm going to be faster. That's the data. That's the data for you. I tried to make it as fair as possible, but let me know in the comments which one you want me to see, which brand you want to see next. So guys, having the right golf ball, does it make a difference? It'll make some difference. Is it going to make amazing difference? When I'm looking at how far I'm going to hit it, 4 yards on this guy compared to the Pro V1. So if I was going to play the titles, I would have been playing a Pro V1. So is it worth 4 yards? I mean, it's negligible, right? The AVX is what I'm disappointed in. I thought I'd found a new ball, and I would rather have something that's going to get out there a little bit further on my drive, have more backspin on the green, and in between stuff is fine. So to me, the Pro V1X is the ball for me. You guys make a choice. Let me know what you guys would choose, and let me know what you guys play. So leave some comments down below, click the like button, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and we'll see you in the next comparison video. Guys, keep it findable. We'll talk to you later.